All right, folks, welcome to Smart Living. I'm so excited. I have Amanda, who is with Walmart. Now, exactly, Amanda, what is your job role at Walmart?
I say I have the best job at Walmart. I actually work with the community. So we give back to nonprofits, volunteers. So I'm kind of that outreach from our stores to connect with our community.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So you're coming on the show today to talk about holiday seasons around the corner. Walmart's a big player here in the Valley.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of things to talk about. So let's talk about the most important thing that's coming up, our Thanksgiving meal. What is Walmart doing to help us save on that?
Well, we know everybody is really worried about their pocketbooks, especially going into the holidays. You're thinking about all the additional things that you want to do beyond what you normally do. And so, that meal is important when you get people together, family and friends. So we're really focused on keeping the prices low. So the average family or group get together, say you had 8 people, we've gotten it to where you can spend $7 a person. So there's 28 items that we put together in a group to really make that Thanksgiving meal, which could probably transition to Christmas too. So pretty excited that it's like pre-inflation prices on our meal.
So it's 28 items, which go into like a holiday meal, a Thanksgiving meal. You also have your Christmas meal.
Yep.
And you guys broke it down to a per person cost at $7 per person.
Yep. So we took all the ingredients, what it would take to put together that big meal, figured the 8 portions there, and it comes down to $7 a person.
Right. So for $56, you can feed 8 people for that price.
Yeah, think about that.
Can you give me a little bit about what those 28 items might include?
It includes a turkey, potatoes, stuffing, corn, some creamed. I think it includes even your cranberry mix.
Okay. So all of your typical things.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to name off all 28, but I just kind of wanted an idea. So now, when are these prices going to reflect that?
They're active now.
Okay.
So now through December 25th.
Okay, is where you can get that. Okay, so folks, if you're thinking about that, that's a great place. And I will say I might mention that during my Grocery Guru workshop that I teach with the City of Phoenix about that.
So typically, if you go into a store, you'll see all those items featured right now in your Action Alley or as you walk in, because they are great prices, and that's what everybody's putting in their baskets. But you can also go online. So if you're shopping online, you'd see those same prices.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm going to get a little sidetracked on something, but one of the things I really like about Walmart is your Walmart Plus.
Yeah.
I love that because if you spend $35 or more, they'll deliver your groceries like the same day.
Yep.
So that's a great feature to have if you can maintain that membership. There's a lot with that. So.
That's how I shop. I mean, we buy the same things most of the time every week. So I just go in and create my basket and have it there, especially if you forget to plan for dinner, and then you have it delivered before you even have to make dinner.
Perfect,
it's great.
Perfect.
So one thing you may not know with the Walmart Plus benefit, you also get early access to our Christmas deals.
Really?
So I know we were maybe talking about Black Friday, but right. I think most people know that we now do deals online as well. And so if that deal, say, started on a Saturday, a Walmart Plus member may be able to get access on a Wednesday. So 2 to 3 days earlier to be able to buy those items too.
Now, I don't know off the top of your head, how much does that Walmart Plus membership cost? I know we're kind of going off in the weeds here.
Nope, that's fine. It's $98 a year.
Okay, $98 a year. And that includes like free delivery on groceries, you get access to holiday deals.
Yep.
So a lot of other features that come with that.
Yeah, and shipping too. So free shipping on items. So sometimes I'll shop and the store, doesn't have the item in the store, but it's something we can ship to you. So there's no additional cost, to get
the free shipping
snack size jerky or something like that.
Right. Which is a nice feature to have. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
Now, so with Walmart, I will say one of the things that I've been in the Valley for many, many years, and I've been shopping grocery stores for a long time.
I'm sure.
And so one of the things I always say, and this is a true statement, is that Walmart pretty much predictably is one of the cheapest grocery stores in the Valley in terms of everyday prices.
We really try to be. We spend a lot of time making sure that we are everyday low cost, so that we're providing that cost that the reduction in savings goes right to our customers. And I'm sure you're more of an expert, but I've been in the business for a few years and spent a lot of time looking at our competitors and making sure we're cheaper than them too.
Yeah. I mean, you really are on everyday prices. There's no doubt about it. I know whenever I'm like super, super broke, I always tend to default to Walmart.
Yeah. I mean, I for years I ran stores, and I talked about it's important to have the name brand because there's things that you really like name brand, but then there's other things that they're comparable at our store brand price.
The great value is huge.
Yeah, and sometimes you only need an 8-ounce can. You don't need a 12-ounce can. So, I feel like we have a good assortment so that if you only have a limited amount of money, you can really make that meal.
Now, are the prices that are online, are those the same as in-store prices? Are they equal? So it's just two different platforms to purchase your products.
Yep.
So you're not going to spend like $1.29 for the beans if you buy it online versus 99 cents if you go in store. It'll be 99 cents both online and in-store.
The only thing that you would see different is if we had like clearance merchandise. So say after back to school and we had marked down on folders, one store might have them at one price and another store at another, but those are all deleted like clearance stuff.
Yeah. I would just assume that clearance items wouldn't even be online.
Sometimes you can get them online.
Okay, but I'm a total the day after. You think? Let me tell you when I'm gonna go buy my pumpkin. The day after Thanksgiving.
I know.
Or the day after Halloween. I mean.
Yeah, if they're left, the candy gets swooped up.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the day after the holiday is when you're going to find the best
It
deals.
is, and show up early.
Okay, so we talked about the Thanksgiving meal. So you guys have us covered here in the Valley at $7 per person with the 28 items. Now let's talk about the holiday shopping season. Gifts for our kids. Now, back in the day when I was on television, oh my God, Black Friday was the day that I was like the queen of the Valley.
Yeah.
And so I was so much fun back in those days. You'd be standing in line for that, doorbuster deals. Now, if I'm correct, the theme is no longer Black Friday. It's more like a Black Friday season. Is Walmart following suit with that?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think there were years where, kind of chaos reigned. And
It was fun.
I know. But I think all retailers kind of stood back and were like, why are we making people wait in line? Especially because as things became more digital.
Yes. Online ruined it.
Yeah.
It did so many things
It
for
did
me.
ruin the fun. But we still do have Black Fridays. So, we set up all the product on.
So you do?
Yeah.
Okay, so there'll be that day after that Friday after
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving where people will still be lined up for doorbusters.
Yep.
By any chance, can you tell me what those doorbusters might be?
It's a secret. I will tell you though, every year there's movies, there's DVDs, there's apparel for kids.
There's always TVs.
And always TVs, big TVs.
Huge TVs.
I personally, if I have to get a TV, wait and make myself wait till the holiday season because there's great deals.
Now, with those particular Black Friday or doorbusters, let's just say that instead, the doorbuster deals, which will be offered probably more than just one day on Black Friday. They'll probably be through segments, I'm guessing. Now, are those deals specifically, will they equally be offered online and in store?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know Walmart's been doing that too.
Yeah, so typically what happens is, and it's not just the Black Friday, so you'll probably see a couple dates in November where we'll have some online sales. We'll put it up online for customers to purchase. Our Walmart Plus people get first
ahead of time.
view. Then everybody else. We will then separate. We have all the product at the store, but we separate those so they can come pick them up or we can deliver them. And then whatever is left, we place into the store so that I believe it's Saturday morning or sometimes Friday morning. Our normal shopper can go in and get all those same deals. So for people who don't want to shop online, they really love that experience of walking around the store, which I
do too.
I
It's
love
a great way
the
of
holiday
meeting
season.
people.
Yeah. So you still can go get those deals. And Black Friday is the same way. We get even more in for Black Friday. But you still can show up Friday morning nice and early with your coffee and come shop for those deals.
That sounds great. Now, with rolling into November, I would assume that you guys are going to start like really getting heavy on the deals like as we get closer to the holiday season.
Well, I'll tell you, we have the top 66 toys of Christmas.
Okay.
So that's kind of an industry where we get feedback from kids and that we select the top 66. So right now you can go on our website and we have 25 toys for under $25.
Okay.
So 25 of those 66, we work to get under $25. And so you can shop for those now, and those prices are visible. Some cool stuff like Barbie and Legos and, name brand stuff that your kids are going to ask for, licensed items. So that's all available now, which is great because if you're, trying to figure out how much you're going to spend on each kid or family member, you can plan it out.
Yeah. And then you could like go and get it and then hide it, do it in increments depending on what your paycheck is.
Yeah, and then surprised that we may have a better deal on it even, as we launch some of our hot deals.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, now being that you work here in Arizona and you oversee the Walmart stores from there, what are some special things that you would say that Walmart may be doing specifically for people that live in the Valley that may be different from other Walmarts? I know this is a random question.
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
I
Good, Amanda. Thank you.
I spent years of my career talking about how, in Arizona, maybe your Thanksgiving meal isn't a turkey. It might be a barbecue because it's about getting family together. And so we really work hard that, a lot of times people buy frozen pizza for their, family. Because if you have family in town, it's not just about the Thanksgiving meal. There's other items that you're going to need to purchase, to entertain. So we kind of keep that in mind that it's beautiful this time of year.
Yes, that's the key.
So everybody is outside. We sell more bikes in Arizona because that's a great Christmas present. Whereas, I spent years in Utah and there's snow on the ground. So we definitely try and make sure.
So you do kind of cater to us a little bit because really we don't have seasons. We go from warm to, oh my God, this is unbelievably hot. That's our season.
Yep.
So that's great to know that.
Yeah, and some people never buy, long pants. It's shorts for their kids year round. So
I know.
Yeah, we try and make sure that, we've got swimsuits and shorts and stuff like that even during the winter months.
That's perfect. Now, the sidebar about that is the great thing about living in Arizona, because we don't really have a winter, off-season things go on clearance. So usually when people are, like retail stores are selling their barbecues, that is usually the summertime, right? And they're usually in clearance, like when the winter is coming. Well, for us, that's when we actually can barbecue because it's cool enough.
Yeah,
so
but a lot of times it does. We do mark down seasonal. So they take up, if you think about our garden center during the summer months, it is patio sets, barbecues. But when the winter months come, we need space for Christmas trees. Right. So we do get those deals, but we try and at least maintain a couple, some selection available so that if you are wanting to get a barbecue for somebody for Christmas or yours goes out, then we still have it available.
That's perfect. That's good to know that you guys are thinking about our region because we actually really used to benefit a lot when you guys didn't think about our region.
we still mark everything down because we need we need space for Christmas.
Okay, that's perfect.
We've got a lot of Christmas in our building right now.
Here's my smart shopper tip for you guys. The day after the holiday is usually the best time to get the deals on the products, right? Halloween candy is the day after Halloween.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll even say that from a Christmas standpoint. When we are done with the holiday, we really try and move on to what's next. And sometimes people hate that we set, Valentine's right after Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's annoying because in October you go and you're looking at Christmas items and it's 110 degrees here.
I know, but we sell out of the product, so we put something in behind it. Okay. So that's partly why we bring it in so early. But after Christmas, we're really interested in cleaning up the building, getting it reset, kind of getting back to normal. So there are great prices on toys, wrapping paper, not just seasonal stuff. So my tip is if you get a gift card for Christmas, that week between Christmas and New Year's is a great week to shop. I don't recommend trying to return your items that week just because that is
a line.
It is. Everybody is eager to get the right size or to change what, maybe somebody who doesn't know them that well got them. But it is a great time to go use your gift cards.
Okay.
Because we still, if we've got leftover TVs, then they're still at those prices. We mark down,
I like
our Christmas.
You think like I do.
Yeah. Get the most for your dollar.
That's great advice. Thank you for telling that to my listeners. Okay, that leads me to two other questions. So returns. What is the policy? I know retailers are really cracking down, especially on online. I know Amazon is losing billions of dollars on people scamming for returns. So what are you guys doing to crack down on that? Are you just,
it's not much different than it's been. I think we do definitely have scammers that are getting better at the way they do it. Unfortunately, getting people's credit information and that's so sad. But not much has changed. If you come in and you don't have a receipt, we try and exchange it for you, get you the right size. Online it's improved quite a bit because if you purchase online, then you can start your return online and drop it off someplace or walk into
Okay,
a
that's what I was
store
gonna
and
say,
you've got
'cause
your receipt.
When you buy something online, the nice thing that you have so many brick and mortars is that you can physically go to the store and return it.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
So remember that, guys. So the convenience of not having to ship it and drop it off with Walmart, you can just simply go to the store and get the return. You don't lose like a restock. You don't get a restocking fee or anything like
No.
that. So I like that. Okay.
Super easy.
So one other thing, I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty sure you don't do this, and this is another kind of out of the blue question, but it popped into my head. I remember, and maybe this was like 10, 12 years ago, you guys used to do price matching on groceries. Do you still do that?
We do. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's some, because everything is so visible online, there's a couple stipulations around it.
Right.
But yeah, if you were to go to register and say, the price of milk here is 5 cents more than, one of our competitors down, they'll price match it.
Okay.
If it's over a certain dollar amount, they ask a supervisor to come over because it'll make them nervous,
Right.
and a supervisor will come over and make the decision.
Okay.
But the big thing is, it has to be a current sale. It can't be, something that's ended. And we don't match online prices.
Okay.
Because that's one of those things scammers will do is they'll have one item at a price and they'll list it for that price. And they're just trying to drive traffic to their website.
Yeah, I
for
think
other
that
items.
That's really wise to do that. And
Yeah.
I think there was a period where you guys were kind of struggling on that. So yeah, you just have to make, because there are people that are going to take advantage of that situation. And with online, there's also, what's that technology called? Demand. When things are in demand, the prices go up. When they're less in demand, they go down. What is that terminology called?
I'm not sure, but we don't do it.
Okay. You're like, I'm not sure what it is, but we do not do that. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Now when you shop with us, you can see the items that are being sourced from a store because it, says Walmart as the supplier. But you can also see underneath it if it's coming from, I'm going to say Radio Shack because I don't know that they're around anymore.
Right. They are.
But you can see who it's coming directly from, and we actually work really, really hard to make sure there's none of that fluctuation in price. You list it as a price, and when the item's gone, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, last but not least, I have a compliment to Walmart as an organization that I would like to take the moment to say. So one of the things that I used to not particularly enjoy about Walmart is I'd hear that employees would be struggling and they're working there and they didn't get paid enough to feed their family. That bothers me. I'm definitely somebody that I like to uplift people, and I believe that everybody deserves an opportunity to take care of their family.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't need to be a multimillionaire to do that. So what I love about Walmart is I heard recently that Walmart revamped all the way that they're paying their employees.
Yeah.
And the employees that are like the store managers, they make bank now.
They do.
Which is fantastic because they work so hard that actually you have something to strive for. And you work from the bottom up and you make it on top and you get that pay.
Yep. Thank you.
Bravo, Walmart. I hope the corporation's listening to me. Keep on going with that.
I honestly have so much respect for our store managers, the job they do. 75% of them came as hourly associates. And, their longevity. You've got people that have been with the company for 30 years.
Yes.
And, they thought this was a summer job and they figured out they were really good at it. And we promoted them and they earned it. And
yes.
The other thing, too, that I don't think we talk about very much because we don't really brag much on ourselves.
Well, I'm bragging on you.
We, if you work for us, you can go to school for free college degree.
Really?
Yeah.
I love a company that invests in
Part-time employees too. So I always say, gosh, if you've got a senior in high school and they're not really sure what they want to do, and some people can't leave to go to school. They're helping provide for their families.
Oh, yes.
And so you can take a couple classes, you can work full-time or part-time and start to pursue, your dreams, which I think is so cool.
Yeah, and I think that invests in your employees and probably your retention rate might be less. But either way, when I heard that they revamped how, store managers now can make a really solid living, and it trickles down.
Yeah.
But it gives people who start out, it gives them an end game.
Yep.
Because when you're doing an hourly job and you don't have an education, where do you go? Well, go get a job at Walmart. You never know what can end up there, and you might make a fantastic living with that. So,
Yes. Thank you for the plug.
Yeah. When I see businesses doing good or people doing good, I'm gonna praise that all day long.
Thank
so,
you.
Amanda, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. I hope this podcast wasn't too painful for you.
No, it was fun. I'll come back anytime.
I love it. I would love to have you back. So, folks, it is Walmart. I will have all the details of Amanda, the things that she talked about. You can head over to my blog at Smart Shopper Daphne, and don't forget, I'm Daphne Monroe. your smart shopper.